What is up, bros, bears, muscle mommies, and everything in between? As always, this is Patrick, full primal power, your mom's favorite powerlifter, top 50 powerlifter of all time. Welcome back to another episode of Is It Riz or... Nope, incorrect. Nope. Is it discipline or is it tism? Where we go to the gym and we do gym stuff, and we don't try to make it off like it's some big endeavor, or that we are an animal or a Viking, because we're just a homie going to the gym to bench press. What do we have on the docket today? We're not going super heavy today. We're not. It's almost like a pseudo deload for the it's kind of like a deload for the bench press, but we're going up to it's not a deload, that was a lie. We're going up to 445 pounds. We're doing an 8x2 pause bench press, 90 seconds rest. So hopefully, allegedly, we'll be able to get through this bad boy real quick and fast. That's inevitably not going to happen because everyone and their mom is going to want to talk to me, and I, as a human, am incapable of telling people to leave me alone. So, my coach is experimenting a little bit with my warm-ups, my priming, my stretching, because I have, I don't know what to call it because I've never heard anyone else having it before, but it's tendinitis in the pectoral muscles that go across the sternum. So it's almost like sternal tendinitis through the pectoral muscles. That really causes my bench press to slow down on the eccentric portion of the movement. And time under tension is not always a good thing when you're trying to be as strong as possible. It's good for training. It's absolutely good for training. But it's not the best when you're trying to lift as heavy as possible, because the more time under tension you have, the more energy you're using. So we've got some new warm-ups. I have not looked at what they are. I just got 3 videos. It's like a banded AYT and a couple of other things. I've done the AYT before. I think it's all things I've done before, but coach wants me to do them today and hopefully every day. I don't know how close I'm going to be able to hold to that, because I need my, well, anything that I can say here is just an excuse. So I'm probably going to aim to do it, and not aim to do it, but actually do it. But what we got going on? So we're at a portion of training right now where the inflammation of everything starts to kind of ramp itself up, and we're technically we started the bulk, and our nutrition didn't change ever since the start, and the weight gain has drastically slowed down. So we pretty much set our caloric goals as the maintenance calories for the goal weight, and we're pretty much there. We had a little bit of an off day yesterday where I only ate 1 meal because allergy season, and allergy meds made it harder for me to eat and digest food. So I need to double down on the digestive enzymes that I have. It's bromelain, ox bile, stuff like that. I use psyllium seed husk to make my poo-poos not doo-doos, because I have IBS, and that's something to work around when it comes to nutrition. Developed it in adulthood because I had a herniated disc, and the doctors were like, just do 800 milligrams of ibuprofen every day and just keep doing that for the rest of your life. I said, okay. And then like 2 months later, I was like, I need a physical therapist to fix this because this shit sucks. So, yeah, I've had prolonged digestive issues, and it's kind of just a fact of life now. So that sucks. But the way that I eat normally, it's the diet that you should be eating when you have IBS. So it's chicken, rice, beef, rice, eggs, bread. That's it. It's milk, lactose-free milk sometimes, stuff like that. So we're in this. When you consume a lot of carbs, your body doesn't get rid of inflammation as quickly. And leading up to a meet, you need a lot of carbs. You can't cut back on carbs. It's not bodybuilding. You can't replace your energy sources with fats, because that's not a readily it's not readily available for you to use as a source of energy. It's almost it's a little difficult for your body to use that as energy in the manner and speed that you need it to. So we're holding on to a lot of inflammation, and hopefully these, especially right now because we're ramping up with the weights, the tonnage, the volume, and I really want to open above 600 at this meet. I don't know what coach is going to say, but if 600 is looking like stealing candy from a baby, we're fucking opening at 600. 606, 603, whatever the kilo conversion is. Hopefully looking towards 650, 661, 300 kilos would be fucking tasty to hit. But we'll see what happens on meet day. Don't want to count the eggs before they hatch, you know. But I don't have my glasses on. I don't know how long I've been ranting for. But hopefully this drive to the gym has been informative. You got a little bit of an idea as to what's going on in my head, what the goals of today are, and the progress goals that we're looking forward to in the future. So that's basically how today's structured. We've got the main movement. We've got, I guess the main movement today is the stretching. We've got the 8x2 at 445, and then we've got incline dumbbell bench. We've got a therapeutic tricep movement in the incline dumbbell skull crusher, which when I first started doing that, it was a little weird. And now that I understand what the goal and the correct stimulus for this movement is, it's working way better. And I'm feeling a lot more confident and better in the way that movement is progressing my triceps. And more, not progressing triceps, but reducing the amount of stress and building up, not rigidity, but the ability to be abused, because we've increased the flexibility in my elbows, my triceps, but I don't have a lot in my pecs and shoulders, and that's what the stretching is supposed to be doing, so that I can reduce the amount of time under tension by controlling the bar down to the chest a little bit faster, because I'm not dealing with hesitation due to pain in the tendonitis going on in my chest. But we've made it to the gym. It is a Wednesday. Everyone and their mother is at the gym, because apparently Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the go-to time for everyone to go to the gym. At least there are no children here. Allegedly, earlier today, children at the gym was a problem. People almost got hit, almost started throwing elbows. But I have arrived at the gym. I just turned my light off. I just turned my car off. And hopefully I've turned all of you on. I'm kidding. No, don't be gross. Woo-wee! That bench there was like the back of a head, because it was ridiculous. All right, boys and girls, let's discuss how, boys and girl. There's only one girl on the internet, and we are blessed to have her amongst us. So, how did today go? We did the modified stretching warm-ups, the activation series, whatever, that my coach gave me. Now, the first movement, it was like a almost like a shoulder traction with a barbell on a rack. I did not set this up right. I watched a single video that he sent me. I did not set it up right. I was supposed to be in a power rack, because then I wouldn't have to be nervous about the bar flinging up and hitting me in the head. And that the setup that I did definitely took away from the efficacy of the stretch. So next movement was ATWs, or YTWs, sorry, and those are really good for the shoulder girdle. My coach did modify these once I was done with them, because I did send him the videos that I took here, and he wants me to doing them with my thumbs up. So pretty much giving myself a thumbs up. Good job, very handsome boy, with every single one of these movements. And then the last one, the external rotations, dumbbell external rotations, really working on that shoulder girdle. Now, the feedback I got, I'm giving these because, let's be honest, these videos are as much for me as they are for you, is that I got a wicked shoulder pump. And also, it did affect the way that I did my regular bench day, or the benching, because I felt like I didn't have as much tension, so I felt a little pulley in different muscle groups. So we moved on to the iso hold push-ups. I looked at the program for the first time in a long while outside of the main movement, and it turns out I've been doing these not incorrectly, but I've been doing more than I should over the past couple weeks. And normally I'd be doing 6 sets of 20 count hold into a 10 repper with these push-up iso holds into push-ups, 0 acceleration push-ups. Real good at doing that, focusing on making excuses on my laziness when it comes to these with 30 seconds rest. And yeah, I only have to do 4 instead of 6. Who would have known? I would have known if I had checked the program and not gone off of memory. Then we moved on to bench. So we warmed up, we did the bar, and then the homie was done using the bar that I usually use, and I hopped on to their bench because I want to simulate competition conditions as much as possible. And one of the most difficult competition condition to simulate is the bar that I'm using. And the bar that I was using, that I use on the platform is, well, I was going to say it's the Kabuki bench bar, or not bench bar, because Kabuki doesn't make a bench bar, because Kabuki is gay, is the Kabuki Power Bar. I won the Kabuki Power Bar at the Ghost Clash 3. It was my prize for having the biggest bench at the meet. Sorry, I just saw a cop flick their lights on and then go somewhere else. And then, so the American Pro 3 just announced their equipment sponsor, and they're being sponsored by Zero with a W from Australia. Never heard of them before. I don't know how I feel about it. But that being said, the monos in the warm-up room last year, I don't know if they were Ghost or Rogue or what they were. They broke in the warm-up room. And yeah, so they had to make a change. I've never heard of Zero before. But they're using the Kabuki squat bar. I hate it. I hate the Kabuki squat bar. I hate all the Kabuki bars. It's just stupid. I hate them. We use the Kabuki deadlift bar, which I just hate the way that Kabuki got a foothold in the competitive powerlifting market, because it personally feels scummy to me. They sent a bunch of free bars to meets to kind of bribe the meet directors into using their bars. And their bars weren't even standard, so the meet directors had to rewrite the rule books in order to get these bars done. But we're using a Zero power bar. I don't know what quality it is, and it kind of pisses me off. So bar set of 10, real good. 185 set of 8, really good. 315 for a set of 4, really good. I started feeling a little bit of tightness in my elbow. And that's probably just some fatigue and wear and tear from my squats. Was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. And that's just something that happens. As long as there's no like actual tightness and tearing going on, just uncomfortability due to grinding and stuff like that, we're still Gucci. So we worked up to 445. My last warm-up is usually around 455 because I use plate and a half jumps whenever I do my warm-ups. And so it felt really good. We had an 8x2 with 90 seconds of rest. The first set, I was like, all right, let's not think about things. And then the second set, I was like, you know what? That sucked. The eccentric portion of that was really garbage, and I do not want to do that again. So let's make an adjustment. And I focused on the not bar angle, but like the angle that the wrist was lined up with the bar against the bar while performing the bench press. making sure that the wrist was in line with the bar so that I'm punching through the bar rather than like any kind of modified movement where I've got like the pressure going through the wrist angle before going to the bar. Anything in that world I didn't want to be dealing with. Yeah. Gee willikers. I suck at driving. So the first set of that, which was set 2, was pretty productive. Felt like a much smoother bench movement. And after a couple sets of that, where it felt really good, not really feeling any wear and tear on the muscles, no pain basically is what I'm looking for, in addition to really good bar speed, especially on the eccentric portion of the bench press, the part where it's coming down. Looking for good speed there, and that was the whole goal. I mean, it kind of like a deload week, but not quite a deload week. Let me unplug this. So it was a really positive day. And then after a couple sets, I was like, all right, we're getting good speed on the eccentric portion. We're getting really good consistency with the spread the bar and bend the bar cues throughout the movement on both the eccentric and concentric of the movement, the up and, or the down and the up. We're holding that cue really well. We're being really patient. The bar is moving really good. Let's throw some leg drive in. So it was kind of funny watching, or I edited all the videos and sent them out to my coach already. And looking at the timestamps of each of the videos, it kind of seemed like each set, it got faster and faster and faster. Now, set 7, I kind of hit a fatigue wall where I felt like I was dragging a little bit due to the fatigue. Intra-set, kind of, but more of recovering from getting fucked in the ass by the allergy season. And I'm struggling to eat my food right now because I'm taking a lot of antihistamines. Is that what it is? Antihistamines, decongestants, because my sinuses are loaded up and it's kind of fucked up. So taking a lot of stuff to make sure that I can breathe and like actually work without getting kicked out for being too snotty at school. And yeah, so all in all, it was a good bench day. Everything moved fast. I had a couple sets there where it was 8 seconds from unrack to re-rack. So 4 seconds per bench, being really patient, having a nice 2 count pause, internal count. It's a little different than like, you know, like 1, 2. You're just like, when you do paused reps in your own training, you know what I mean. You know what I mean if you do paused reps. And if you're benching, do paused reps. I felt like I got a better muscle response to the stimulus. Not muscle response to the stimulus, but I felt like I was stronger with the pause today, which was really cool because we paused benches in competition. So we moved on to the incline dumbbell bench, did a 1x30 instead of a 3x10, trying to accumulate as little fatigue as possible. Moved on to the incline dumbbell skull crushers, really emphasizing the range of motion on those, try and loosen up the gunk in the elbow, only using 25 pounds for those for sets of 15, 4x15 with that 90 seconds rest. And then I took a poop. It was a good poop. It was exactly what you would expect while on a bunch of allergy medications. And then, what was it? Cable flies. So much downtime between the previous movement and the cable flies. I felt a little bit of uncomfortable stretchiness in my left pec minor, or like the connective tissue where it goes from pec to bicep. That didn't feel super good, but after the first couple reps, it kind of ungunked itself, and it felt like a good movement. And superset those with close grip pulse push-ups, building that explosive power, getting a little bit of stretch going in through the chest. And then we finished off with some biceps. So all in all, it was a pretty good bench day. It was a pretty good bench day, and I'm looking forward to what the rest of training is going to look like. Hopefully I can get some really decent sleep nights going up. I'm not going to be sleeping well tonight, so my deadlifts might suffer a little bit due to that, or I've been talking with my coach, and my coach does this thing where he blue balls me when he programs my training. And when I get closer and closer to a meet, we're at a point where he'll do a day at a time. And I'm like, I like to know what the whole week at a time looks like. And he's like, nope. We discuss things, and I program based on these discussions. So he might change how my deadlifts go based on how our discussion tonight went. But I gotta go inside. It's too late to cook a meal, so I'm gonna pound a massive protein shake, 100 grams of whey. So I'm only missing about, I could do 120 grams. The whey protein that I use is Kirkland Farms from Costco. And it's actually pretty high quality. It tastes like German chocolate cake. I'm really surprised. They compared it to Gold Whey, not they, but Costco Ho Cat, not affiliated with Costco, just an OnlyFans creator who wanted to dip into the Costco consumer market. Great business decision right there, let's be honest. She compared the gold standard whey that they sell at Costco with the Kirkland Farms version, and it's pretty much 1-to-1. Kirkland Farms might be a little better. It blends way better. So I would tip my hat to Kirkland Farms there. Costco coming in clutch. But I'm gonna go eat that. I'm gonna take my nighttime supplements, like my selenium, fish oil, collagen, vitamin C, lion's mane, D3, K2, Leviathan, Tudka, IRE, kidney support, Hemoflow, magnesium, zinc, and I think that's it. B12. I think that's it. That's what I take. I could show, not tell, but I really don't feel like videoing me taking a massive handfuls of pills, because that's not a good image to be floating around. Not at all. But I need to get calories in. I'm gonna get calories out of your mom, because we're going out on a date this weekend, and we're gonna have a wonderful time. I'm never gonna call her again, because that's how we roll. We nut and we jump. No, that's not an actual saying. We're actually really nice guys. I want your mom to call me again. I miss her. Anyways, Patty out.